You are listening to Single Woman and Motherhood on Apex Radio.
What's good, y'all? And now tuned in to Apex Radio.
Hey, what's up? You're listening to Apex Radio.
And I'm feeling all right. Welcome back to Apex Radio Live. We are talking here from S.W.I.M, Single Women in Motherhood Training Program. I'm Ann-Marie Ricketts. I am a mother, a friend, the executive director and founder, and I'm a life coach. Matter of fact, I'm anything depending on the moment. Welcome to S.W.I.M.
And I'm Tandy. I'm happy to be here to connect and reach out to all of you. I'm a certified yoga instructor, a mom. I work with adults living with acquired brain injuries, and I'm into a healthful lifestyle. Today, in fact, marks day 14 of our 21-day challenge, a challenge we extended out to everyone and included ourselves. How are you doing with your challenge, Ann-Marie?
I am coming along just fine. Matter of fact, I just want to get into my challenge with you because I have recognized some tangible evidence. Ooh, we talk about tangible evidence. It is so important that we are able to recognize the key to the things we're working for.
Can you remind us, what are you working on in your 21-day challenge, Ann-Marie?
My 21-day challenge is all about my affirmation, making it a reality, making it something like it's a natural thing that I don't have to work towards. So now it started off in the morning, and now in the middle of the day, in the afternoon, sometimes even just before going to bed, I remember, oh yeah, that affirmation. So it doesn't matter.
So you're reflecting on it more.
I'm reflecting on it more. I'm utilizing it more, and it's becoming a natural path.
Yeah, and this is day 14. We still have a few more days to reach day 21, and it's already becoming a habit.
I am excited about it.
I'm impressed.
I am feeling good.
Can you share with us what your affirmation for today is?
Well, my affirmation today, and that's what I'm going to be talking about later on, is just this moment. I'm just so happy and grateful for this moment. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. I realize it doesn't matter what's going to happen tomorrow, because this moment is the moment that really counts. This second.
Absolutely.
So every minute I will stop and say, I'm just so happy and grateful for this moment, because it helps you to reflect on what's happening in the moment, to be able to control those emotional roller coaster that we all seem to have a membership for, just being able to not worry about yesterday or worry about tomorrow, worry about what you're supposed to worry about.
And
we're
staying
such
present.
Professionals, warriors.
Sounds like it. My challenge is all about going back to the basics of healthy eating, balanced, healthful eating habits. So simple things like making sure I'm eating 3 meals a day and having those 3 meals a day, within the similar time frames each day.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny that you're reminding me again about healthy eating. My girl at the office this morning just said to me, "What are you going to get?" I'm buying a cup of tea and thinking, I'll eat when I get back. And she said, breakfast is the most important thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Along with portion control. That's another thing I'm trying to focus on. It doesn't matter if I have a very big plate. I shouldn't fill it up to the brim.
That's challenging for me.
It is. That's why it's one of the things I'm bringing myself back to work on, along with having a variety of foods. I get so used to eating the same thing and enjoying it, but then I don't bring in a variety of colors, a variety of textures, a variety of foods just in general.
Hey, that is so important because you know what? They utilize those same recipes and varieties and stuff for the elderlies. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's so important. Like eating it's a visual thing. It's an experience. The vision of the food impacts how we receive it. So, like looking at something that's presented really well is more appealing than something that might be bland in color.
True.
It's about conscious eating, tasting each bite. There's a meditation, an eating meditation, where you can sit back and enjoy each and every bite. Notice when that food first touches your mouth and enjoy it till it, you swallow that bite.
Well, I'm happy to hear that today, so I can reflect on that throughout my day and be able to participate in that.
Yeah, there's a local lady, Jillian Mandich. Give her shout out to Jillian. She's had a spotlight on CTV on The Social recently, and she talks about all the essential components, the psychological relationship that we have with food. How we think and feel about what we eat impacts how our body digests it.
So basically, as we talked about last week, when we talk about you got to think it, visualize it for it to become a reality. So that's what we do with our food as well. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I think so. I think you're on the right path with that, Ann-Marie. And giving yourself some freedom and not criticizing yourself when you do enjoy something that you think you shouldn't be eating.
I hate that. I just hate a healthy guru when you want to just eat a nice piece of fried chicken and they're looking at you and saying, you're not supposed to eat those. Those are not good for you. But I want to enjoy that one moment of being bad and eating bad.
Well,
is that bad?
I don't think so. And referencing this article by Jillian, who is a happy researcher, she talks about receiving even those quote unquote bad foods in a mentally healthy, happy way and accepting that food and just moving on, not criticizing yourself about eating something that may be bad.
I'm telling you, it's so important to stop. Listen to the voice. The things that you tell yourself is the most important thing than what other people seem to want to tell you, because that sits with you so deep. It's so hard to remove those negative thoughts out of your mind, so you don't, not just about food, you don't enjoy the moment. So it starts with one step at a time. Taking that one step to sit down, think about what you choose to eat, why you want to eat it, because that's what you're feeling for. How it tastes.
There's a study from Cromwell University found that the average person eats 94% of their food on their plate, regardless of the size, regardless of how they're feeling. They report feeling equally full from both smaller and larger plates. So being more conscious of what you eat and what you put in your mouth is half the battle. Checking into these simple things, portion control. Am I eating a variety of foods? Am I eating 3 meals a day? It's so easy just to say, I'm going to eat later.
Right.
And put it off, put it out of your mind. But we have to remember, we have to put ourselves first, go back to the basics, and take care of what we're consuming.
And that's being able to control the moments. The moments of recognizing what's important and why you're doing what you're doing. So when you get there, it's enjoyable. It's not a challenge. It's not a fight. It's not a tug and pull, event in your life. It's more, we want everything to flow as in enjoyment, fun, love, relaxation. So you could sit back later on in the night and reminisce on that moment.
And that's one of our parenting tips for today is enjoying your time with your kids, maintaining a sense of humor.
Wow.
Don't they want to be around people who are young at heart, people who have fun and laugh with them? That's being in the moment.
That's true. And helping them, once you learn how to be in the moment, then you can start to help them to be able to be in the moment as well, right?
How so?
Well, once you learn something for yourself, and this is what we're trying to, you know, push out there and help people to recognize, being able to be in the moment, it's not an easy thing to do. It's like a new learned skill that we have to practice till we become perfect. Once you learn how to do that, people start to see the changes in you. They'll want to know what you're doing so differently, and why are you so calm, and why are you so happy, and why are you always shining and nothing seems to bother you. Then they will inquire. And then the children will say, hey, mom is even seems nicer. What's going on? Is she up to something? And they'll start to keep one eye open and one eye closed, like, why is she so nice? Then they too will eventually want to know, Mom, you know, you've changed, and what's going on? And, you know, you then will take that opportunity to say, well, you know, son or my daughter, you know, I've learned that skipping the moments is so important, to be able to recognize that you've actually skipped that moment. What are you talking about? Right? And then you could start to, you know, smoothly bring them in to say, you know, I've learned to stop skipping the moments and learn to start enjoying my moments. That means slowing down, even if it means speeding up, but slowing down and recognizing this moment is important, so they can too recognize that, you know, I've been going, and I don't even remember what I did yesterday at school. That moment, right?
Yeah. You know, another good thing for our kids is to give them a choice. The more we can let them feel their voice is heard, the better.
Oh, talk to me about that.
Something as simple as, do you want to hold my left hand or my right hand? It's still a choice, but it's within boundaries that are safe.
Oh, so you mean not actually coming out and demanding and telling them this is what it is, this is what you got to do, whether you like it or not. No. Moving forward, nothing like that, eh?
No, just working with them. You know, they want to know that their voice is being heard as well.
Okay. I totally believe in that, because as an adult, be honest, you don't want no one to be demanding you and telling you what to do. So why we as parents think it's okay for us to just tell your kids what to do? Why not interact with them? Why not share their voice? Right? When we let's take a step back. Now, toxic relationship is toxic relationship. No matter how we want to spread it, gather it, shift it, move it, toxic relationship, it's just toxic relationship. Whether it's with your children, your husband, your boyfriend, your sister, your mother. So let's step back and take a look at how we do things. Let's be accountable for the moment. How did you approach the child? What did you say to that child? That is a human being you're talking to. What did you say to your friends? How did you say that to your friend? That is a human being. And I know girls, I know ladies, come on, we all like to be the bully in the house sometime. And we like to tell the man and point the finger, and this is how it's going to be, and that's what needs to be done. But let's take a step back. That is a human being. How did we talk to our spouse or our partner? How did we relate to them? And you know what? Do they have emotional feelings too?
Of course. Yes.
Right? So it's not about them. Again, it's about us. We got to set the precedent. We got to take the lead. If we want to be treated a certain way, we got to learn to treat them certain way.
Which also goes hand in hand with believing in the good in the children that we are around.
Believing in the good in the children. Man, that's all about, that just boils right down to just loving them for who they are, loving them for their mistakes, loving them for their achievements, loving them because they're just them.
You're right. That's exactly what it's all about. Even when we think that the kids were in the wrong or slipping up, we always have to make sure that they understand we believe in them.
That set the precedent for them to start to believe in themselves. And that's the key element, is having them recognize themselves and their achievement for who they are. So that brings love. And love is the conquer. It's the ingredients of everything we do in life.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Kids are often exhausted by the reactions they receive from other adults in their lives. So, punish and reprimand them. It seems like a continuous thing. So at some point we have to step in and break that cycle.
And the funny thing is, we think we're punishing and reprimanding them. Meanwhile, it's yourself you're punishing, because when you put the rules down, you got to be there too to see that it goes through, right?
Follow through. That's right.
So let's take a look again of how we do things, what we do and why we're doing it, what needs to be changed, what can we change, and how can we change it happily. That is the key element. How can we do this in a healthy way? How can we do this so we are happy and we're enjoying the moment of teaching and sharing instead of reprimanding?
Yeah. And today we're referencing the Momentous Institute parenting tips. There's so many great online sites that you can find parenting tips, helpful ones, diversions, change of mindset, just change of scenery as well, or environment with the seasons as they change. There's lots of things available online. So today's momentusinstitute.org parenting tips.
Nice. See, resources. Let's keep it moving. I am just so happy about just the things we learn every day. We can't stop learning. Hey, even if you're 85, you're still learning. 91, you're still learning. 102, honey, you are still learning. One of the tips I wanted to touch on before we move forward is, both of you should have an equal share of responsibility of discipline as much as possible. Now, what does that mean? You wonder. So when you are talking about discipline, you have to have that responsibility to see to it that it goes through. The child should have a responsibility as well.
What would their part be?
Their part would be helping them to understand why we are where we're at and why we're going through the things that we're going through. And if you can break it down to the child like that, or the teenager like that, it will help to share that responsibility, because then it doesn't become a punishment. It becomes a situation. It becomes a journey of learning. And it becomes like, my mom cares about me. And really, when you break down and give them understanding of, okay, for example, the fire is over there. Please do not put your hands on or touch the fire. If you do touch the fire, you're going to get burnt. The child touches the fire, the child gets burnt, right? And now it becomes a responsibility of a mother to go to the hospital to look after that child's burnt hand. Right? So what responsibility is it of the child? He should be responsible to come and say, Mom, it's time for me to change my bandage. Give them that responsibility. Because if he doesn't, you got to help them to understand that burnt can turn into a sore. That sore can allow you to lose your hand. You lose your hand, you don't play games, you don't play the internet, you can't play sports, you can't eat. So many consequences, right? So taking the time to breaking things down, giving them understanding of why this is a responsibility and you need to take a responsibility piece. It helps to go through the journey, and it takes off some of the pressure off of you as a parent, right? I don't know if I've made that like a little bit clearer, but basically that's what I'm trying to put out there, is how can we break it down to them so it's not a punishment, it's a situation, and there'll be many, many, many more situations that we as children and human beings will continue to experience, and having that understanding of why we should or shouldn't do the things that we do choose to do.
Lessons learned along the way. Trial and error.
Trial and error. It's all about trial and error. Yes, we are here at Apex Radio. Some announcement to bring to the forefront. We are getting ready for one of our biggest event of the year, London's Got Talent. We are having and holding our upcoming edition, August the 23rd, 2017 at 4:30 to 9:30 p.m. and September the 22nd, 4:30 to 9:30 at the Covent Garden Market at the Sprit Theater. September the 23rd, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the S.W.I.M office, which is located at 296 Horton, London, Ontario.
This is London's Got Talent auditions for S.W.I.M.
This is the big event coming up, London's Got Talent. A grand cash prize for $1,000, people. Come on out. The 12 lucky contestants will compete in front of a live audience and celebrity judges for the cash prize of $1,000. Let me repeat again. London's Got Talent audition is coming up August the 23rd, 4:30 p.m. to 9:30 at the S.W.I.M's office at 296 Horton. September the 22nd, 4:30 to 9:30 at the Covent Garden Market at the Sprit Theater. And September the 27th, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the S.W.I.M office. Cash prize for $1,000. Give us a call, 519-432-5454. The lucky 12 contestants will compete in front of a live audience and celebrity judges.
Ann-Marie,
Listen, it's
can
an
you tell us
opportunity.
about the show? What is London's Got Talent? Let us know.
London's Got Talent is a fundraising event for our agency where we will be able to have 12 wonderful contestants shining, showing their talents, and be able to be recognized in our community and give back. We are basically holding this to help with our programs. It will go towards our programs, our Little Fish program that we're running for moms when they don't have the funds or the money to pay for a babysitter and they have important meetings to go to. They can call up the S.W.I.M office as a member of S.W.I.M and be able to find out if there's any childcare on site. So these are some of the
Fantastic.
things that we're working hard towards, you know.
What was last year's London's Got Talent? Tell us about that event.
Last year, London's Got Talent, I think there was 12 contestants as well. There was a cash prize of $1,000. We had some wonderful diversity of talents.
Like what? Who came out? What did you see?
Well, we had people doing poetic reading. We had singers. We had a band of dancers that came out with different costumes. It was really, really fun. It was exciting. We had a ball, and the contestants had a wonderful night. So we want to make this even a better and a greater event this year.
How many years has this been running?
This is going to be the second year for the London's Got Talent, which is a SMART scholarship, actually, that it's been attached to. And the SMART scholarship is all about recognizing single moms that's going back to school, being able to give them a little push. You know, doesn't matter how small or large the money is. We want to let them know that we're here cheering for them. We know they can do it. They have what it takes to be successful, and it doesn't matter how much the community come together and what we could put together and raise to help give them that extra tuition, whether it's for books or babysitting or anything that will make their life a little bit easier. That's why we're having the London's Got Talent, to be able to recognize the SMART scholarship, which is Strong Moms Achieving Remarkable Triumph.
Sounds like a fantastic opportunity.
It is, and we're excited about that. So give us a call, 519-432-5454, excuse me. We're also appearing in the Inspirational Fest 2017 on July the 23rd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the Greens in Worthley Village. It's a family-friendly day full of things that make you feel good. There's going to be speakers, activities, demonstration, workshop, food, friendly people, fun, and so much more people. Come on out, check us out on www.inspirationfest.ca. Presented by the Social Beehive. Come on out, bring your family, bring your friends, make it a day for you.
Lots going on.
Lots is going on, and this is just the beginning at Apex Radio, people. Apex Radio, I am telling you, check us out at apexradio1@gmail.com. And that's Apex with 2X.
And don't forget to check us out every Sunday from 5 till 6 p.m. and then the replay on Saturdays from 9 till 10 a.m. Find us on Facebook, Apex Radio, by hitting the Use app, and it will take you to all the shows. Remember to hit the like, follow, and comment.
Wonderful, wonderful. www.singlewomeninmotherhood.com. People, check us out on Facebook, Twitter. Like us, follow us, support us. That's what we're all about. Support, support, support.
So, Ann-Marie, what's on your mind today?
Ooh, girl, I'm telling you what's been on my mind. I've been thinking about that, for the last couple of days. What am I going to share with my people, our people? What can we bring to the forefront to make this a better journey? And all that keeps coming to me for the last couple of days is enjoying this moment. It's all about the moment. Yeah, I've been thinking, what is important today? And all that keeps reflecting back or that keep popping back up to me is, it's this moment. Once this moment is gone, it's never coming back. Mm-hmm. So why not stop to enjoy it? I was sharing some time with a wonderful friend of mine. And on the weekend, let me just share with you a little bit of what I experienced, right?
Okay.
So on the weekend, I got up. It's a long weekend, and I was just there, and I'm thinking, I remember saying to myself, man, I have no friends in London, right? That's all I said. And then the phone rang. The phone rang. I don't know if you guys ever feel like that. I'm talking to everybody out there. That moment when you felt like, man, I don't have no real friends in London. Because you know what? All my friends are in the T-Dot in Toronto, right?
Plain and simple. It's just hard to find real friends.
Loyal friends. The phone rings. The phone rang. And there she was on the phone, my girlfriend from Toronto. Hey, what are you doing? She said. And I said, nothing. Why? She goes, oh, I was thinking to come and see you. And I said, why? And she goes, oh, I just want to get out of my house. So I said, oh, then, if that's it, sure. Because, I'm in my moment. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to do nothing. And I'm trying to clean my house, I said to her. And I have no energy. I don't know where to start. I've been saying it for weeks. She goes, you need help. I'm coming to help you clean.
Oh, yes, please.
And I said to her, did you not leave yet? Are you on the highway yet? Where are you? How long are you going to take to get here? And she started laughing. I'm on my way. And I said, oh, my God. We talk about putting it out there. I said, hello, hi, just $2 million right now would be good, right? I didn't see nothing fall out of the sky, right?
Push your luck.
I got to push this luck because you know what? It's tangible evidence. It's things that we call for and just in the split of a second, it's there, right? That's what we're working towards, to be able to create our moments, create our destiny. So when things are thrown at us, it's not overwhelming. We're not being robbed of that moment to be able to look back and say, oh man, I remember when that baby was born. Or I remember the graduation and what we went through to get that child ready. Or I remember that moment of meeting that fine person, right? So I called her again. She answered the phone. I said, you didn't leave yet? She goes, I'm going through the door right now. And I said, okay. And she hung up. Half an hour later, I called her back. She didn't answer the phone. 20 minutes later, I called her back. I was happy, all right? Give me a break. A friend coming to help me clean my house. I was so ecstatic. I just wanted to jump out of the... I didn't even want to do nothing till she get there. I was so, I was in awe. I'm really getting a friend to come and help me clean. This is like $1 million, okay? And call her back again. She didn't answer the phone. And I said, well then, I guess I'll start cleaning, right? So I started with the dresser and the bathroom, just the top,
Slowly waiting for her.
Slowly, right? And then I heard the voice coming through the door, and it's like, I love you. I love you, God. I love you, angels. I just love everybody right now. And I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful. And those are the moments I don't want to forget. So I keep talking about it. I keep making it my reality and just recognizing how blessed I was to be able to ask for that one thing, that I just need help. And the help came to me. How many moments like that have passed you by? Have you thought about that?
All the time. All the time. It's a matter of being aware if we're letting that moment pass or if we're taking advantage of that moment. Mm-hmm. That's a lot what's been on my but what's been on my mind recently is putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, there you go. How do you do that?
Well, it's for those days that you just can't find your positive self and you just are struggling. The only thing you can do is staying in that moment. Mm-hmm. 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 But one thing I like to do is to step back and slow down and turn to nature.
That helps. That helps some people. That's what works, right?
Yeah, I really find that works for me, enjoying the breeze, looking at the flowers more keenly, sitting by the river, just pausing. I really enjoy breathing in nature and just being in the trees.
Man, what works for me, I'm telling you, is in my morning rising of the beautiful day, I really do recognize when I don't stop before I get up, get on the phone, check no internet, no emails, no Facebook, none of that stuff. It's my moment. And I got to spend that time reading my verses that keeps me strong. And when I do that, I can get up and stand up on my 2 feet and look up and start my day and say, today's going to be a great day. And mean it and feel it and own that.
And what do you do on those days when you can't really mean it?
Say something within. So say something within. And that's what brings us back to our 21-day challenge, right? About my challenge is my affirmation. It's helping me to continue to grow in ways that I will, as I continue going, I'm realizing, okay, so this is something I need to shift. Or, okay, I want to change this one a little bit. Or I need to add this in my life, right?
So are you saying you're tweaking and tailoring your affirmation from day to day to match your mood?
All the time. So if I'm low, like I was yesterday, and I was not feeling that energetic, I will not use the word as SSSICK, because I do not own that. So I will use the word a little bit less energetic. So I remember in that moment of feeling those challenging feelings that appeared on my body, I am so happy and grateful I'm healthy and strong because I own that. Mm-hmm. I own that. I'm so sick and tired of people owning my life, owning the way I feel, owning the things I do, and owning the way I'm supposed to think. I refuse to be a part of that crowd. So I am joining and running after the positive affirmation crowd that's out there. I want to be their sister. I want to be their friend. I want to be in the crew. It's that simple.
That's a good way to think about it.
Right? So basically enjoying this moment. How do you do that? You have to know how you feel. First of all, that means if you're having a low day, if you're having a high day, if you're having a so come saw day, you recognize that. Then you check out what's happening around you. Like, really, what's happening? What do you mean what's happening? Well, how are you feeling? How are you moving? How are you responding when someone say hi to you? What's going on? Why are you feeling like that?
How do you find the answers?
Being honest to yourself. Learning to be honest to yourself is by calling things for what it is. If you're feeling low, don't pretend you're not feeling low. Say you're not that high as you want to be, but you want to get higher, and not the high that you're thinking about. I'm talking the high in life that nothing can stop you feeling, right? So
Staying on the positivity train.
Recognizing that result. And that result is by being able to recognizing how you feel and calling it what it is so you could change it.
That's a hard thing to do. Not everybody's in tune with themselves.
Surround yourself with people that can get you in tune with yourself. Just that person to remind you. You know, like when you text me every day and you say, affirmation. I appreciate that so much. Because, hey, let's be realistic. Can you really do this by yourself?
No, finding a buddy, leaning on somebody's, being accountable.
That's why we have the program at S.W.I.M called Golden Connection Pal Program. That one person, not your friend, not your family, just that one person to help keep you accountable to you. If you tell yourself, girl, I want to look slim and trim and I'm going to be like a diva. Well, maybe
I can
not
easily change my mind tomorrow about
not
that, though.
a Joe Lopez, but you know what? Something close to Jennifer Lopez, right? Changing your mind tomorrow. What do you mean by that?
Well, if it's up to me today, that's a good idea. I want to look like, J-Lo and slim down. Tomorrow, I think that's too hard work and I'll put it off till next week.
And that's where I come in as your mentor. Now, I'm coming in to say, girl, what do you mean you're changing your mind? I'll be there at 3:00. You better be ready. Get your shoes on. I am at your door.
But what if I just don't feel like it?
Well, we'll sit and talk.
Oh?
Talk about something positive. Help you to feel and recognize why you're where you're at. Thinking how we can remove that feeling and make that switch and that change and that vibration. Play some music. Take some time to love thyself, because I'm here. I am your greatest cheerleader, and I want you to remember that.
I like it. I like it. We all need an Ann-Marie. I'm glad I have you.
Girl, I'm glad I have you.
So
it's a two-way street, people. It ain't about you. It's about us. So when we talk about us, we talk about the children. We talk about the friends issue. We talk about the man issues. The man issues. Honey, make it your issue, then it's the man issue, then it's no issue, and we're all moving forward. I love it. Being in that moment. What's on your mind, Tandy?
Well, like I said, just being in nature and putting one foot in front of the other. I really took advantage of that this past weekend. Got out, rode a bicycle with a 12-year-old, acted like I was quite young, and enjoyed myself.
How did it feel to be 12 again?
Well, in the moment I was laughing and having fun along with her.
Nice. What else did you do?
Just got out and about. Didn't really have a strenuous or a timetable that we had to stick to. Just floated around and spent a lot of time outside. It was beautiful. Walked along the river. I like to do that. Even, during the week when I'm working, I like to take my lunch break outside. If I can get to the river and sit amongst the trees, 20 minutes in the trees, resets my whole afternoon.
So what are you talking about? That means you are recognizing that the results?
Yeah, I'm connecting with something that works for me, and that's nature. That might not work come wintertime. I might change my mind at that point. But for now, the weather's nice, and I like to be out and about. And I'm really finding that's what helps.
Mm-hmm. What else help you? Is there anything else that you could think of that you could share that might be able to connect with others when they don't have the nature to walk around, or they're not able to go outside because, you know what, they are bedridden, or they just cannot leave the house because of some circumstance. Is there anything that we can bring to their table to help make their life a little bit easier?
To stay in the moment, stay with the breath, a little bit of movement. Depending on the mobility of the person, usually there are modifications that can be offered for, simple stretches. Bringing movement to your body feels good, even if you're confined to the indoors.
One of the things that I find that really, really work for me, when I don't have the energy or the willpower to go anywhere, do anything, playing music brings back that moment.
Dance, move.
Yeah. Whatever that works.
Be silly.
Just playing that music and changing your vibration, bringing you to a higher level. When you are able to rise above, taking your time, opening the doors of new things. Some people love to read. Now there's things on line that you could just sit down, enjoy the reading, watching a movie, putting yourself in that moment, creating that duration for yourself, that time span, that nothing is going to interrupt you and that movie, that no phone calls, no knocking of the door, surrounding yourself with your time is a very challenging thing to do in 2017. The social media has captivated us so much that it's good as well as it can be bad. And one of the things I keep encouraging people to do is removing the negativity, flagging those negative stuff that's coming in your face on your Facebook or your Twitter, or that negativity on WhatsApp. Being able to control those. You click it, you open it, it looks negative, delete it. That's control. Just delete it. Don't want to read it. That's not for me. I'm looking for positive things. And if you don't have anything, call us, tell us, email us, connect with us, share what works for you. Because, it is a learning journey.
Yeah, a learning curve for all of us. We want to know what works, outside of what works for us. Let us know. I like the movement part. Ann-Marie, would prefer to sit and enjoy a movie in pure silence and peace. I want to be out and about or moving my body. Let us know what you like to do. What works for you?
Right. One of the biggest thing we have at the S.W.I.M office, people, is the let's talk about it. Ooh, I love to talk. Not just talk about anything, but talk about important things that's changing your life, things that you think is holding you back. But one of the things I love to constantly remind myself of is that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So sometimes when we are murmuring or upset or angry and can't get over this, or it shouldn't be like that, things happen for a reason, and sometimes those things happen to slow us down. So we can do a double check, a double tweak, a double talk, just basically checking yourself, making sure you are in line with you. It is so important to be in line with you.
Very important to be in line. It's hard. It's not an easy thing you're proposing, Ann-Marie.
It's not an easy thing. Some of the things that can help, one of the things I should say that has helped me is listening to famous, upbeat, knowledge people such as Louise Hay. You can always check out Louise Hay, Hay, for positive affirmation. Listen to her talk. Listen to the things that she shares with us, and things that have worked for her, because she's seen tangible evidence, constantly seeing changes in her life. She's amazing. At her age, she's been spitting things out right, left, and center that I've actually checked out. Bob Proctor is another one of my guy. I love Bob Proctor. I actually had the opportunity to see him in person, and the things that that man is able to do, those are the growth that I want to see for myself. I am working hard for these changes, Tandy.
Yeah, you might not know what the reason is, but I agree that everything happens for a reason. It might be after the fact, years down the road, that you actually understand why things happened the way they did.
Right. So, for our single moms, I just want to touch base with stepping outside your comfort zone. Being able to step outside your comfort zone is one of the biggest first steps to be able to see changes in your life, to be able to see the tangible changes, the tangible evidence that is right there for you. Stepping outside your comfort zone, finding out what the secret of your business is. What do you mean by that? Well, the secret of your business. And when I talk about your business, I'm not just talking about, entrepreneur, business owner. I'm talking the secret of your business, running your home, growing your children, being good to you, being able to take care of you, take care of the spouse, the boyfriend, the mate. It doesn't matter. Being able to take care of your business is a big business, right? And what is the secret for that? I was listening to someone a couple months ago, and all I remember they saying was the secret of your business is pushing love 100%. 100% of accountability and 0% of excuse. Right? And I sat down and I thought about that. I thought about it and I couldn't understand. So I flipped it again and I'm saying, 100% responsibility, 0 stands for no excuse. And I thought, wow, that's like hitting home. It is so true. That's the secret to anything you touch your hands on, anything you desire, anything you want, you hope for, you dream about. That is the secret recipe of accountability to your dream, to see tangible result, to see that things are working out in your favor and things are moving constantly.
But what's wrong with being in your comfort zone?
If you're happy in your comfort zone, absolutely things are working for you. So when
I guess
things are
unless you get too comfortable and start holding yourself back,
there you go.
that's when it becomes an issue.
There you go. That's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about.
So just riding that edge of being slightly uncomfortable.
Absolutely. So we don't mean to take a big leap when we say stepping outside your comfort zone. What we're talking about is one step at a time. Something that makes you comfortable but uncomfortable, but just a little uncomfortable enough to be able to deal with.
To push us just enough to achieve our goals.
Right. That's what we're talking about. Being honest, are you going to do this by yourself? Can you do this by yourself? Is it hard work by yourself? Or do you need some support?
Usually support.
Find your support. Create your support. Look towards your support. We talked about things as in, creating and building your team. You looking at people you admire, using the steps they've taken to achieve their goals, being able to mimic that, creating your own goals, creating your own step. That's stepping outside of your comfort zone.
That helps us grow, doesn't it?
All the time. You never stop growing, as we keep saying. Being able to do it with other people is easier than doing it by yourself.
Comes back to all the supports available at S.W.I.M, Single Women at Motherhood.
Right. Owning, trying to get over the resistance, taking the opportunity to step outside your comfort zone creates a life beginning in, at the end, of the comfort zone. Does that make sense?
I don't know. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So anytime you're ready to make changes and you're ready to take that step, that's the end of that comfort zone, because you're moving into a different area, a different aura, a different comfort zone. Because once you get used to that, being repetitive, for me, example, with my affirmation, my 21-day affirmation, I'm hoping I might turn it into 41 days or 42 days, because I want that to be a consistency in my life. And once I become comfortable with that, then it's going to be hard to start my day without it. Right? So that's where my life begins. My life begins with my new comfort zone, because if I miss my affirmation, I'm going to be able to tell, because my day's going to go, ooh.
Doesn't have the structure.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
You know, and as we get older and we learn to fear failure.
Step out of fear. Let go of that job of being afraid of everything. Starting a new life, new relationship with your children, maybe even going on stage to speak, starting that new life. Maybe it's a new job that you never thought you could do. Stepping outside of that comfort zone, creating a new comfort zone for yourself, like when we started the radio show.
Like this is our third show, and this was out of our comfort zone, for sure.
And we're here.
It helps us grow. It helps us be more creative. We should always be creative, even as we grow older.
Looking at our emotional cap, the things that we keep inside holds us in our comfort zone as well. Did you know that?
What do you mean by that, though?
For example, I would say you've been through something so bad, or you've experienced something that you've never shared with anyone. For example, maybe you and your mother or your father had something when you were younger and you never spoke about it, and you never knew it affected you that bad. But yet still, being able to share that will release you emotionally from that comfort zone of always pleasing the mother or pleasing the father, and being able to speak your mind in a very comfortable way to say, I'm not happy with that, or I am pleased that you did that for me, or I love you, someone you've never really told you love them. Those are the things that's keeping us emotionally controlled. And that's what brings on fear. And being able to remove and step away from fear will open up these doors for us, right? So I just want everyone to really stop and, take a break and, take some time to look into themselves and find out, what is your comfort zone? Why is it holding you captive? Why is there fear inside of you? And how can you change that? How can you remove that?
And how can I push myself just a little bit?
Find something that works. Create something new for yourself.
And share with us. We want to know.
Call us. Check us out. Hold us close in your heart and help us to help those around us. Give them new tools, new ideas to be able to move forward, make some changes, grow, and just continue to love. Love is the key. Love is the number one element. Love is the way to go. Love conquers it all. I just love love. Do you love love?
Don't forget to check us out every Sunday from 5 till 6 p.m. and then the replay on Saturdays from 9 till 10 a.m. Find us on Facebook, Apex Radio, by hitting the Use app, and it will take you to all the shows. Remember to hit the like, follow, and comment.
And don't forget to join us on July the 23rd, 12 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m.
And Gathering the Green in Wortley Village.
A family-friendly day full of things that make you feel good. Speakers, activities, demonstration, workshop, food, friendly people, fun, and so much more. Come and join me. We will have a table there, S.W.I.M, SingleWomenInMotherhood.com. Check us out, hit us up, send us your requests, talk to us, share with us. London's Got Talent audition is coming up on August the 23rd at 4:30 to 9:30. September the 22nd, 4:30 to 9:30 at the Covenant Garden Market at the Sprit Theater. September the 23rd, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the S.W.I.M office, 296 Horton. London, Ontario, a cash prize for $1,000, people, will be given away to that lucky winner. 12 lucky contestants will compete in front of a live audience and a celebrity judge to compete for that cash prize of $1,000. Donation is welcome. Join us. Make this a reality. We want to be able to give out scholarships to single mom. The more the merrier. Hit us up. We are always looking for funding. Volunteers are one of our key diamond jubilee gift that we get in our agency every day of unique, beautiful, heartfelt, warm, loving people that walk through our doors and say we want to help. We are always looking for volunteers. Marketing, come on out, people. Let's make this a reality. Let's show them that this too is tangible evidence, right?
You are listening to Single Woman and Motherhood on Apex Radio.
What's good, y'all? And now tuned in to Apex Radio.
Hey, what's up? You're listening to Apex Radio.